All right, gang, welcome to our foot contacts warm up. And the goal of this warm up is just to find our foot contact. So, what is a foot contact? First of all, put your hand on this part of your heel and this part of your foot and go like this. Okay, kind of push your, kind of find pressure into this area. Okay, this is what we're talking about. This is where we want to find our foot contact, and not to the degree where we lose our foot off the ground to the inside, but as you stand here, I want you to really sort of focus on that. All right, now what we're going to have to do is when you can get your foot to the ground and you press into the earth presses into you. And what you'll find eventually is that we start to get inner thigh muscular activity here, unless we don't. Okay. So the purpose of this warm up is to help you to find the proper foot position to get that sensation. So what we're going to do is we're going to line our knee up with our third toe, because what the other thing that we don't want is this happening. This is a compensation, the knee collapsing in. So if you have to push your knee out a little bit to do this, that's perfectly fine. But what we're going to start out with in each position is we're going to lower down just into a little bit of a split stance here. And I want you to focus on just getting your weight to the inside of your foot without your knee following. Okay, so your knee's in line with the third toe, weight's on the inside of the foot, and we're just going to hold here. Okay, and what we're going to start to do is just little small reps. Okay, and so what's going to happen is you're either going to feel inner thigh working and, whatever, this area is going to start to get tired and kind of pick up muscular activity, or you won't. You'll start to feel the outside of your knee, or you'll start to feel other things. Your shin is fine too. You may feel it. So inner thigh and shin are kind of our target. But what I want you to focus on here is what you're feeling. Okay, are you feeling your knee? Are you feeling the outside of your knee? Does this not feel too good? Okay, we're just making these small little movements, not big ones, keeping the weight at the inside of the foot. Okay, because what we're going to do in a second, if you feel that here, awesome, then continue to do what I'm asking and stay in this position. Okay, we're going to kick it out. We're just going to rest for a second. But let's say that you didn't. What we're going to do now is we're going to keep the foot here, but instead of being turned forward, we're going to turn it out to about a 45-degree angle. And we're just going to bend your knees like this, okay? And we're going to reach the right arm forward. We're going to kind of do the same thing. We're going to bend your knee. We're going to get the weight to the inside of the foot. And then again, we're just going to start to make really slow movements like this. So this might be a better position for you, okay? Whereas before, you might have felt shin you might have felt like your knee or the outside of your leg working. We want the inner stuff here mostly, and then some shin. Okay, so the stuff that's getting tired might be a little bit more here. If that is the case, then this is your position. So when you're doing squats, when you're doing stuff that I coach you through and, circuits and this sort of thing, you're going to turn your feet out a bit, or you're going to turn this foot out a bit. We're going to test the other side in just a second. But this just kind of gives you an idea of where we want our foot, whether it be pointed straight, turned out a little bit, or turned out a lot. Okay, so we can give it a rest there. And finally, we're going to turn our foot out in this direction. Again, if you found that facing forward bought you that inner thigh, stay facing forward. If you felt that 45 degrees bought you that inner thigh and a little bit of shin, then stay in that direction. If not, we're going to try this. We're going to turn this foot out. Again, we're going to get the weight to the inside of the foot without the knee coming with us. And we're just going to make these really small up and down movements. Keeping the weight to the inside of the foot here. Again, just trying to hold on to whatever sensation that we can get. Again, if you don't feel it in any of these positions either, that's also an indicator that, maybe we need to do something different. And that's something that I want you to let me know. But hopefully you do. And you find your position on this right foot. For about 10 seconds. All right, now we're going to go ahead and move to the left side. Okay, so same process. Okay, we're going to start by facing forward Okay, I'm gonna bend down to about this position. Again, I want to get my weight to the inside of my foot, to my heel in particular, while keeping my knee in line with about my third toe as opposed to collapsing in. All right, now from the side, it's gonna look like this, where I'm making these just really small up and down movements. Okay, I want to find the inside of my foot and I want to hold on to it. If that hurts, what you can also do is just hold and just see, okay, can you get this here? Assuming that you can, and assuming that this inner stuff starts to fatigue, then we can again start to move really slow. But either hold, reach this, you can reach your arms forward, shift you back a little bit, or move slowly. So hold. I could just do that, which is very slow. Okay, so let's say that you didn't get that there. Okay, so now, and it may be different from one side to the other. It most likely is different, in fact. So I'm going to turn my foot out again at about a 45-degree angle. And we're just going to be doing these little knee bends here. Or initially we just hold. Put your weight to the inside of your foot, knees in line with your third toe. Then we can start to just move a little bit. About 10 seconds. Okay, and again, let's say that didn't work. Okay, let's say it did work. Stay in whatever position we established, whether it be here or here. Say it didn't work. All right, we're going to turn our foot out to 90 degrees. We're just going to try this one more time. Again, just either holding it first, get the sensation of the foot on the inside, knee over the third toe, and then move very slowly. Feel your weight shift to your heel as you go down. Kind of shift, stay in your heel as you push up, shift a little bit to the forefoot, stay mainly through the heel. All right, you're all done. So give that a go. By now, you should know what position you're in. So it might be left foot forward, right foot turned out like that. Maybe it's right foot out, left foot out. Whatever turnout works best for you to get that sensation of inner thigh is what I want you to do. Make a note of that. And I'll see you in the next video.